You're looking to move to Coastal Delaware and you've gone online to maybe Google or another search engine and you're trying to figure out what it's like to live here and if it's right for you, and you've found hundreds of articles with conflicting information, some saying it's great and some saying it's terrible, and you don't know what to believe anymore. You're in luck. You found the right place, because we are your go-to resource for all things Coastal Delaware. And today we're bringing you our top 5 favorite things about living here in Coastal Delaware, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what you can expect if you do happen to relocate to the area. Before we dive too deep into the video, my name is Matt Lunden. I'm a real estate agent right here in Coastal Delaware, and I put out content each and every week discussing what it's like to live, eat, breathe, sleep, and play right here in Coastal Delaware. And we're aiming to be your resource for all things Coastal Delaware. If that is content that you would like to see some more of, do us a favor, just hit the subscribe button down below. That really helps us out here on the channel. And then if you are considering buying or selling real estate here in Coastal Delaware, we would love the opportunity to work with you. So all our information is down below in the description and here on the screen. Now let's get back to it. So there's no shortage of content out there telling both sides of the story about Coastal Delaware being a great place to live, or Coastal Delaware, it's overcrowded, they're building everywhere, it's a terrible place to live, don't move here. So it really just depends on the person and how they view the world at that point. Some people are going to be negative no matter what, and some people are going to be positive no matter what. So there are two sides of the coin to take into account there, but we're here to bring you our opinion on what the 5 greatest things about living here are and what you can expect moving down here and what it's going to look like for you. Number 1 on our list, and we would be remiss if we didn't mention this first, as this is the reason why a lot of people move here, but it's the beaches. We've got a little bit of something for everybody, whether you're looking for some world-class skimboarding and you want to go down to Dewey Beach where they hold the world championship and that kind of stuff, or if you're looking for a little bit calmer water and you want to be on one of our bays, we have something for everybody. It's great if you have small children or people that just want to hang out by the water and not worry about the currents to go to the bays. We've got the Delaware Bay, the Rehoboth Bay, the Indian River Bay. So there's plenty of options there. And then we've got obviously the Atlantic Ocean. It's not a small body of water, but we've got the Atlantic Ocean, which spans much of our coast, and that lends itself to surf fishing. There's some drive-on beaches where with the right permitting, you can actually drive on the beach to do some surf fishing. You can go surfing, kayaking, skimboarding, you name the water activity, we have it here in Delaware, whether, again, that's on the bay or on the ocean side. But we do have a little bit of something for everybody, and that is my number 1 favorite thing about this area. Number 2 on our list, and probably the second biggest reason why people move here, are taxes. We have no sales tax here in the state of Delaware, so when you walk into a store and something says it's $1.99, it's $1.99. It's not $2.08 or what you may see in some other states. So we don't have any sales tax, which makes big purchases a lot easier to swallow. If you got to go buy a new computer or something that's a little bit more expensive, a refrigerator, appliance, the price that you see is the price that you pay. There is no extra dollars on top because you've got sales tax. We just simply don't have it here. And our property taxes here in Sussex County in particular, but the whole state of Delaware, but our property taxes in Sussex County are some of the lowest in the country. So a lot of times we see people moving here from our neighboring states, and what you pay on a yearly basis is what you pay in other states on a monthly basis. So the average property tax here, even in Coastal Delaware, even for some of the most expensive homes, you never really see it get above $3,000 for the year, and that would be for a very nice, very expensive home. Your average price point home around $500,000, you're probably looking between $1,500 to $2,000 for the year for your property taxes, which, like I said, we've got a lot of people that move down here that are paying that monthly currently. So it's a big savings for those folks that relocate to this area from our neighboring states and are just getting crushed by property taxes where they're currently living. Number 3 on our list, and this ties into number 1 with the beaches, but the amount of outdoor activities we have. Really, if you think of an outdoor activity, we probably have it here in Coastal Delaware in some form or fashion. Again, if you want a water sport, we've got the beaches, we've got the bays, we've got everything there. And then if you want something on land, biking, we've got multiple bike trails, we got multiple walking trails. There's some different hiking spots throughout the coastal region. And then we've got tennis, pickleball. A lot of times the communities have a lot of those amenities themselves, but we also have some of those in our towns as well. Downtown Lewes has a great park with multiple tennis courts, basketball courts, all that good stuff. So the number of outdoor activities really is just, you could do something different every day for a month and never get tired of it. So if you're looking for a little bit more, ability to do some things outside, we have it here in Coastal Delaware, and it's one of my favorite things is that on those nice days you can definitely take advantage of the outdoors, get out in the sunshine, and just enjoy being outside. It really is fantastic. Number 4, and often overlooked when you're considering relocating to an area, but the food options here are killer. We have not a lot of franchised national restaurants here, but we do have a ton of options of locally owned restaurants that are absolutely to die for. We have every different type of food that you can imagine. The one area we are struggling in, I would say, is to-go Chinese food and pizza, but those are 2 hot topics that we won't get into today. But if you can think of a food option, we typically have a killer option for it. And a lot of the, like I said, a lot of the restaurants in the area, they're locally owned, so you know the money's staying local and it's not going to some national franchise somewhere where you never see the benefit of those dollars. A lot of those restaurants that are locally owned pour a lot of effort back into the community to make it even better and to make a lot of the experiences and events and those kind of things top-notch for our area. So the food options here are the best. I love it, and there are a ton of options for everyone in your group. Number 5 on my list, and this could be looked at from a different lens depending on who you're talking to, but it's the people and the way of life. We call it lower, slower Delaware for a reason, and there's just a little bit more relaxed way of life here than there is most other places. Which, if you're in a city currently, or if you're in an area, where it's densely populated and people are moving at 1,000,000 miles a minute at every hour of the day, it just makes it tough to relax and enjoy yourself. Well, down here, we're on beach time, so we are a little bit more relaxed. That can be a pain sometimes because sometimes you can't get work done in a timely fashion because whoever you've hired to do the work may decide that it's time to go fishing that day. But the way of life down here is more relaxed, and I've found that people are much kinder here than they are in some of our surrounding states. Even folks that have moved to our area from those surrounding states who may have been a little bit more high stress when they were living in those areas come down here and they just breathe a sigh of relief, and they just feel like they can entrench themselves in a little bit more relaxed way of life. And I think that's a big reason why people choose to live here, is because it is so relaxed and it's a great spot to live. Between all 5 things that we've talked about today, Coastal Delaware is a great spot. I know we put out a video, and I'll link it right here, that says that there's some issues with living here, but it's a great spot to live. I absolutely love living here and would not want to live anywhere else. That's going to do it for today's video on the 5 things we love about living in Coastal Delaware. If you found some value in today's content, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button down below. And then if you are looking to buy or sell real estate here in Coastal Delaware, we want to be your go-to resource for all things Coastal Delaware. So all our information is down below in the description and right here on the screen. Look forward to seeing you guys next time. Peace.